Unbiased Trading here, and today we're going over why thinking in code is very beneficial, or more specifically, why conditional statements is a huge net positive for your trading. Now, what are conditional statements? Depending on a set of conditions, conditional statements decide whether or not a specific action should be executed. To test a specific set of criteria, conditional statements employ logical operators such as if, else, and or. A certain action is then conducted if the requirements are met, and a different action is taken if they are not, or a null response is given, e.g., nothing happens. Now, that is more of a formal definition of what they are, but let's use a few trading examples to illustrate how they are used. First, let's do an if-then statement. If a ticker matches these two criteria, such as 500 million market cap and a 40% gap, then they will then be tradable for that current strategy, e.g., meeting your scanning requirements. Now, if-then statements could be used more extensively throughout our trading strategy so that each part we know what action we would take in the event of a certain circumstance. This enables our trading to be more consistent, quantifiable, and measurable, which is the essentials for surviving longer and evaluating our performance. Now, there are more types of conditional statements, which I can quickly run through, but they will not be the main focus of this current video. We have if, then, else statements, a more complex type of conditional statements where one action is taken if a condition is met and another action is taken if the condition is not met. Now we have nested statements, so a type of conditional statement where multiple conditions are evaluated, with one condition being evaluated within another condition. Now we have switch statements, which is a type of conditional statement where multiple conditions are evaluated and multiple actions can be taken based on the outcome. Now, what are the benefits for conditional statements? Conditional statements are the foundation of creating any strategy you can reliably check and backtest to see it produce alpha in the market. It enables you to make clear-cut conclusions while trading with less reliance on gut reaction. Not to say you won't experience those gut feelings, but returning to your conditional statements and rethinking why this might not be a trade signal for you will dramatically reduce the forced and overtrading that can occur when trading discretionary. Furthermore, the capacity to effectively measure was the biggest gain I discovered from incorporating conditional statements into my trading. This can go into two forms. The first is being able to measure your trading setup. If you haven't broken down your trading setup into if, then, yes/no, and else statements, you probably don't have a rigorous enough criteria to determine whether you're taking repeatable trades. You won't be able to accurately confirm the accuracy of that setup, the win rate, the R, and so on, unless you can take repeatable trades and measure them. The second form is being able to identify breaks in the conditional statements. Are you consistently overlooking a certain statement, or is this because you are disregarding it, or maybe you are simply not following it? This will allow you to identify and fix those errors, and compare it to, and when compared to straight discretionary decision making, which you can't easily analyze, and it has a huge recency bias when you're making only discretionary trading decisions. This improved my overall trading performance and allowed me to begin backtesting my setups. Nevertheless, conditional statements aren't always required before backtesting. You primarily need an idea and a thesis on which to gather historical data, such as small caps day one gapping craps, closing red percentage. Finally, if the setup includes conditional statements, you can quickly adjust and update the values to see how they perform in a different environment, or if they need to be changed due to changing market conditions, similar to what a walk forward testing does. Now, tips and tricks. To be able to start thinking and making conditional statements for your setup, you'll need an end goal and an objective. This could be you desire to enter a trade once this and this happens. You can then break these down into key indicators/variables that you need to match true to a certain condition for you to be able to execute. Next, you can use historical data to refine these key variables to see which ones hold the biggest impact on your trading setup. Additionally, you can explore which ones cut down the sample rate the most with the least added benefit, so you can eliminate those variables. Lastly, conditional statements don't need to only apply to setups. It can also apply to every part of your trading, such as risk management, adding position sizing, and so on. And pretty much in every aspect of trading, there is critical thinking and problem solving in some regard. If you are interested in backtesting a current setup, then feel free to book a call below, and I can help you backtest and pull historical data, and we can analyze it together and see how we could improve your setup or what is the actual edge of your setup. Now, I hope this gives you insight into why conditional statements is incredibly important in creating good trading setups and overall in your trading. Thank you for watching, and if you enjoyed, please like and share it with anyone else who might be interested.